Like and subscribe, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. The prospects of being attacked by an animal is high. The question is, what species are likely to attack you? On this list of 15 most dangerous animals you should run away from, we look at those capable of horrific violence, the ones with venoms capable of resulting in instant death, and the crazy hunters. Cape buffalo. There are about 900,000 living Cape buffalo and are relatively mild species that prefer to travel in massive herds. You'll likely find them around watering holes in the early morning and late afternoon hours because they take enough water to stay hydrated. They don't tolerate any form of intrusion into their space. If they or their calf is threatened, they show the real reason they're called Black Death. This animal is responsible for killing more hunters on Earth than any other creature alive. They weigh as much as a ton and grow up to 6 feet tall. They don't hesitate to fight back when they're attacked, even when they're severely injured. Since they run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, it's almost impossible to let go of their grip. So, if you must play with any wild animal, it certainly shouldn't be this one. Cone snail. This innocuous-looking creature lives in a beautiful shell, but don't be deceived because their outer beauty hides a deadly secret you'll soon find out. The cone snail boasts enough venom to kill a human. These snails are predatory and pride in their sophistication to find their prey. When food is scarce, they feed on fish, snails, and marine worms. When it notices a prospective prey, it deploys a needle-like protrusion from its mouth. After a sting, a venom that has pain-killing properties is injected into your body. Because you don't feel the pain instantaneously, this is what makes the cone snail more deadly. The geography cone is the most lethal as it boasts of 100 toxins in its 6-inch body. The next time you see this animal, it's better to admire it from afar. Golden poison dart frog. It looks like all the animals we should be wary of come in attractive packages. The golden poison dart frog is a species of brightly colored frogs. They occupy only a small range of rainforest in Colombia's Pacific Forest. They grow to around 2 inches long and release a poison called batrachotoxin, which is so potent that there's enough in one frog to kill 10 grown men. What makes this animal even more disturbing is that it doesn't sting or bite. Their poison glands are located beneath the skin. This means that you get into big trouble by touching their skin. The bad news is that this animal is on the verge of extinction due to deforestation. By chance, if you cross paths with it, change your route. Indian saw-scaled vipers. Indian saw-scaled vipers are small, aggressive, and venomous species of snakes. They move slowly with their body looped into S-shaped folds. When they crawl, their scales rub against each other to produce a hissing sound, which also serves as an alarm to warn potential predators. They do not need to be triggered before striking, and mortality rates are high. In the regions where they operate, it's believed that saw-scaled vipers are responsible for more human casualties than any other snake species in the world. Due to their natural camouflage, they blend into desert surroundings. Since they're mostly active at night, you should be attentive to their sizzling sound. Luckily, there's an effective antivenom, so you have a chance to live again after the bite. Pufferfish. They may look attractive on the outside, but are the second most poisonous vertebrates in the world. Their organs, like the skin, liver, kidneys, gonads, and eyes, contain tetrodotoxin, a substance that gives them an awkward taste. This toxin is also deadly and is 1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide. It can cause deadening of the lips, tongue, difficulty breathing, vomiting, dizziness, muscle paralysis, and even death. There's sufficient poison in one pufferfish to kill 30 adult humans. Sadly, an effective antidote is unknown. Surprisingly, this animal is a delicacy in Japan, and only trained, licensed, and trained chefs are allowed to handle it. Despite the precautions employed in preparation, several deaths are recorded every year. Box jellyfish. The box jellyfish tentacles are covered in tiny booby traps called cnidosis. Each one of them contains the most explosive envenomation process known to humans. When the dart pierces the skin, it shoots the toxin from the needle into the victim. It enters the blood, causes a spike in blood pressure, stops the heart from beating, and eventually kills the victim. About 40 people die from stings from box jellyfish annually in the Philippines. Unlike other species of jellyfish, these are athletic swimmers, and this is attributed to their set of 24 eyes that detects prey from miles away. Larger jellyfish are more dangerous than their smaller counterparts because they contain more nitisis. While antivenoms exist, only a few people make it to the shore alive. Black Mamba. Black mambas are one of the most dangerous reptiles on the planet. They're found in eastern southern parts of Africa. They love their space and don't interact with humans, but they never fail to prove themselves when confronted. Their lethal venom is enough reason you shouldn't get too close. The black mamba is the cause of the largest number of snake-related deaths in southern Africa. Unfortunately, most of these events are not recorded because they occur in rural areas. The black mamba is born with 2 to 3 drops of venom per fang, with each one measuring up to 6.5 millimeters in length. An adult mamba has up to 20 drops per fang, and it takes only 2 drops to kill an adult human. Stonefish. The venom produced by stonefish is one of the most dangerous in the world. It's also fatal to humans. Only a sufficient amount of antivenom can reverse the effects of their bite. The symptoms start with excruciating pain and swelling, then graduate to tissue necrosis, paralysis, and heart failure. Since their camouflaging skills are top-notch, they're often stepped on, which activates their venom sacs. Along their back are 13 spines with glands at the base of each holding the venom. Well, you could be safe around them because you don't hunt with their poison. They only use it as a defense mechanism. After several years of torment, the Aborigines perform an ancient dance ritual to teach each other against the creature's dangers. Mosquito. Mosquitoes measure only 3 millimeters, but they're undoubtedly dangerous creatures to run away from. There are over 3,000 species of mosquitoes, and they contribute to thousands of human deaths each year. The Anopheles and Kulik species are the primary vectors of disease like encephalitis, elephantitis, malaria, yellow fever, dengue fever, Zika virus, and West Nile virus. These diseases kill approximately 725,000 people yearly. The World Health Organization confirms that more than half of the human population is at risk of mosquito-borne diseases. One of the best techniques to prevent mosquito bites is the usage of insect repellents. Tsetse fly. These creatures measure about 0.6 inches, but don't take their size for a joke. Their colors range from yellowish-brown to dark brown. After a bite, the victim is sentenced to several hours of unwarranted sleep. There are hundreds of species with every one of them deadly as the other. One of the numerous parasites they transmit is the one that causes sleeping sickness. When untreated, it leads to fatality in the future. The parasites that cause sleep disorders is Trypanosoma, brucei, and TB gambiense. The latter is responsible for more than 95% of West Africa cases. Symptoms often start with aching muscles and headaches, then metamorphosize into severe tiredness. Treatments are often toxic, especially if the disease has reached the brain. Saltwater crocodile. Every time a crocodile devours an unsuspecting victim, tensions rise and it confirms that these creatures are murderous. Their jaws snap human bones like twigs, and it's almost impossible to free yourself from their grip. Fortunately, crocodiles don't set out to hunt humans. They're opportunistic predators. They wait for you to come to them, then make a delicious meal out of your flesh. In Africa alone, this animal is linked to hundreds of attacks on humans yearly. Attacks are more prevalent in October and March. These ferocious killers grow up to 23 feet and weigh more than a ton. They're professional swimmers, and although they're called saltwater crocodiles, they swim in fresh water too. Their bite delivers 3,700 pounds per square inch of pressure, which should scare you enough not to encroach on their territory. Sydney funnel web spider. Although dreaded by many for their poison and deadly bite, the Sydney funnel web spider is a beautiful creature on the outside. It's also one of the most venomous spiders in Australia and the second in the world. For other spider species, the venom lies with the females, but for this one, their poison is 6 times more efficacious. These toxins attack the nervous system and affect the vital body organs of its victims. The funnel web's fangs are sharp and much bigger than the brown snake's. It can pierce through the thickest shoe leather, and their bites are more painful than regular spiders. Fortunately, some animals like rabbits and cats are unaffected when this animal bites them. While they live in an isolated space, the females prefer to live in colonies of up to 100 spiders. Panda. We should let pandas be. They're not our friends and never will be. There's no ounce of doubt that the giant panda is one of the loveliest animals on the globe. But don't take it lightly if you see a wild panda, even though the chance of this happening is almost zero. There's only a little above 1,000 pandas in the wild, which means the chances of meeting them are thin. While I know you want to get all loved with this animal, remember that they're bears and dangerous. There are several recorded attacks. If you find yourself in a panda base, don't wear nail polish or perfume because it irritates them.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Lion. Lions are carnivores that prey on many animals from rodents to baboons and humans too. They don't hesitate to eat any meat they find, and they even steal from other jungle animals to satisfy their cravings. Male lions are hunters, and they go about in search of food. If you're physically fit, you may escape their bite because they get tired after running short distances. An average male species consumes about 75 pounds of meat in a single meal until the next week. Thousands of deaths yearly are attributed to some of their hunting expeditions. From 1990 to 2005, the animal killed 871 people in Tanzania alone. The fatality rate in Africa is at least 250 yearly. The next time you're taking a stroll in the wild, be on the lookout for them because they could be stalking you. Until we meet again, adios.